Kate Sullivan Hare. Well, thank you very much. And next.
Good afternoon, Chairwoman Bonds and members of the Committee on Housing and Neighborhood Revitalization. My name is Kate Sullivan Hare, and I am pleased to testify today on behalf of the Long-Term Care Quality Alliance, an organization of individuals concerned about the daily lives, resident well-being, and regulatory standards of assisted living facilities. While my professional background is steeped in healthcare policy and practice, I also have firsthand experience with assisted living, having cared for my mother for 13 of her 80 years, the last 6 of which were in an assisted living facility here in DC. More recently, I've guided my husband and his family with my father-in-law's move to assisted living last year. Through the auspices of the Office on Aging, the Office of the Long-Term Care Ombudsman is a critical partner in ensuring that the rights of those in assisted living and other long-term care settings are protected. The Ombudsman's involvement in investigating complaints provides the peace of mind to residents and their families that providers are abiding by the requirements established by the District of Columbia. When the Assisted Living Residents Regulatory Act was enacted 18 years ago, there were few options to support people as they required more assistance with their daily lives. The advent of community support networks, diverse transportation options, meal delivery, and even mobile technology has allowed individuals to remain safely in their homes for far longer. As a result, those entering assisted living facilities today have more serious medical issues and less independence, and they need greater protection. The Alliance is grateful for committee members' leadership last week in the introduction of Council Bill 220689, the Omnibus Assisted Living Residence Improvement and Quality Long-Term Care Act. The philosophy of assisted living emphasizes personal dignity, autonomy, independence, and respect of the residents' preferences and rights. However, too often reports to oversight agencies have led to a finding that the incident or action did in fact occur, but was not a violation of DC requirements, a finding that in the professional parlance is, quote, substantiated but not deficient. In other words, the underlying requirements regulating DC's assisted living industry lack depth and have not kept pace with residents' best interests or needs. Along with standards for quality of care and resident rights, Council Bill 220689 also sets forth the process for resolving complaints and filing grievances, including the prominent distribution of information on residents' rights and whom to contact if one believes those interests may have been infringed. This committee has heard in recent years the firsthand experiences of assisted living facility residents and their family members and friends, sometimes the tragic outcomes. Your bill ensures residents know about the channels of assistance that can intervene on their behalf before a situation becomes intractable, dangerous, or deadly, without fear of retaliation for reporting concerns. As the Council takes up this and other measures designed to improve the long-term care experience of DC's aging residents, the Long-Term Care Quality Alliance stands ready to be a partner in every way possible. I thank Chairwoman Bonds and her staff for their support of this legislation, the interest of Laura Newland and her team at the Office on Aging, and the engagement of Long-Term Care Ombudsman Mark Miller and his colleagues, and all the committee members who have demonstrated commitment to the matter of improving the quality of those residing in assisted living facilities. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, panel. If I could, Ms. Hare, do you have any figures that would indicate the number of persons that your organization has heard from over, let's say, the last year that would have been complaints if we had a formal process that they could use?
You know, it's really anecdotal. I think that Ms. Ross, with her experience living among these individuals every day and hearing about their concerns, but knowing about the number of reports, will probably have better. But it's anecdotal because you just don't know. We are a new organization, and that is definitely one of the bits of data points that we expect to obtain. We do know that this is a problem nationally, which prompted the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services to promulgate regulations at the federal level for Medicare and Medicaid participating facilities to protect and safeguard against retaliation, not just by residents, but also by staff members who themselves see or experience things and are afraid to report it up the line of management or to external. These protections are essential, and it's important that they be incorporated at the state-regulated, DC-regulated assisted living facilities.
Well, I'm sure, Ms. Ross, I'll hear from you, and then